How are you doing, folks? Said this week we do tomatoes, everything based around the tomato sauce. So I'll make the tomato. I said I'd do it Monday, but to be honest, it was one of them days. So I'm doing it today instead. So we've got two types of onions, red and white. You can just do one. If you're making a tomato sauce, or vice versa, if you're making a carrot soup or something, always add the opposite. So with tomato sauce, always add some carrot. They go great together. And I'm going to add heat to this. This is grown in our own tunnels above. If you like the idea of growing gangster plants on Facebook page, this is a really hot chili. You don't have to go with a really hot chili. You can go with something very mild altogether. Smoked paprika, prefer it to the normal paprika. Tin of chopped tomatoes. This has gotten super value, just the normal thing. Tomato puree, same. I've got some rosemary from the garden, as I just spoke about above. Salt and pepper, bit of oil. Bang, we're done. We'll get this cooking. It's really simple. And then like that for the rest of the week, we'll knock out a bunch of dishes from very quick to a little bit longer, all based on tomato. So we'll get going now.
Go.
Now, I have a pot on, just a little bit of rapeseed oil. Do that in there. And then just our onions, carrots, there's garlic there as well. That's actually garlic from Tarbert, and he's just started using them this year, just fabulous. So all of them in there. Now the tomatoes I'm using, you see some of them are all burst. They're all tomatoes that went soft, and I threw them in the freezer. And then once I had a bunch of them, I put them together to make a tomato sauce. So I'm not buying the tomato specially for it. You know yourself when you buy tomatoes and some of them end up soft. I hate that. You just freeze them. And then once you have a bunch, you can make a tomato sauce. You throw it in a bit of salt and pepper now. The thing about this sauce is once it's made and cooled, you can freeze it. You can freeze it down in batches and pull it one out the day before you want it. Plenty of pepper. Nice touch of salt. Now we want to fry this, so we're putting this in nice and early. Nice little touch of it. Brings a great background to the tomato sauce. Now when it comes to chilies, you leave the seeds out, you get less heat. You add the seeds in, you get more heat. So that's up to you, what you like in a sauce. But if the kids are going to be having it, you might want to ease off on the chili. So I'm just going to cook that out. We're just going to cook this down over a few minutes, and then we'll add the liquids.
Go.
So after 2 or 3 minutes, everything's starting to cook down. What we're going to do now is add a tin of chopped tomatoes. And then, very easy, keep your tin. You want to add the exact same amount of water. So it's two things, it cleans out the rest of the thing inside in the tin, and it gives you the perfect measurement. Voila, push that in, squeeze that, there you go, bin. A little bit of tomato puree. Now the thickness of this we will sort out later once it cooks down a little bit. About 2 teaspoons of tomato puree, roughly, give or take. Now, when I bought the tomatoes, they were vine tomatoes. I kept the vine and froze it. I'm going to put the vine in here. Now we're going to take it out obviously later. Even to scratch this or break it, it still has that beautiful tomato scent. So I'm going to put that in, but we'll take it out before we blend it. And I got some rosemary in the garden. Rosemary and tomato go very well together. And again, I'm leaving it whole because I'm going to pull it out. Whatever falls off of it, so be it. Now that's pretty much it done. Now you could have added alcohol along, but if you've got kids, you might want to leave it out. It adds a very particular flavour as well. Or throw it in, get it in there. I've decided this time not to use it. And again, the tomatoes, good red if you've some left over. However that happens. I'm sure it does in some houses. And that's it. Now we're going to cook that low and slow. So I'm going to slot that back to a back ring that's slow. We're going to come back to that in about 20 minutes, half an hour. And it should be ready to finish. We'll just check the seasoning and the heat then. And voila. See you soon.